Have you ever looked at your bank account and wondered, how much can I actually put in here? Maybe you've got a big windfall, or you're just trying to plan your finances. Either way, understanding your deposit limits is crucial. Today, we're diving into Relay. How much can you really deposit? Let's find out. Now, before we jump into the nitty-gritty, let's talk about why deposit limits even exist. Banks and financial institutions have these limits in place for a few reasons. 1. It helps them manage their liquidity. 2. It's a regulatory requirement to prevent money laundering. And 3. It protects you from fraudulent activity. So, while it might seem like a hassle sometimes, these limits are actually there to keep your money safe. Alright, let's talk Relay. Relay is a relatively new player in the financial scene, and their approach to banking is a bit different. They're focused on providing a seamless digital experience, and that includes deposits. But how much can you actually deposit? Well, the good news is, Relay doesn't have a strict, one-size-fits-all deposit limit. Instead, they use a tiered system. This means that the amount you can deposit depends on a few factors. Your account verification level: the more verified your account is, the higher your deposit limit will be. This is a standard security measure to protect against fraud. Your deposit method: different deposit methods might have different limits. For example, you might be able to deposit more via bank transfer than you can with a debit card. Relay's overall system capacity: sometimes, there might be technical limitations on the total amount of deposits the system can handle at any given time. So, to get the most accurate information about your specific deposit limit, you should log into your Relay account and check. They usually provide this information clearly on your dashboard. But let's talk about some general guidelines. Based on what we've seen and what users have reported, here's a rough estimate. Basic account: you might be able to deposit a few thousand naira per day or a few tens of thousands per week. Verified account: expect higher limits, potentially in the hundreds of thousands naira per day or even millions per week. Remember, these are just estimates. Your actual limits might be higher or lower. Now, let's talk about deposit methods. Relay typically offers a few options. Bank transfer: this is usually the fastest and most convenient way to deposit larger amounts. Debit card: quick and easy for smaller deposits, but there might be limits and fees. Cash deposit: some Relay agents might offer cash deposit services, but this option isn't available everywhere. When choosing a deposit method, consider the fees, processing times, and any limits associated with each option. One important thing to note is that Relay might increase your deposit limits over time as you build trust with them. The more you use your account, the more data Relay has to assess your financial behavior, and the more likely they are to raise your limits. Now, what about withdrawals? Well, that's a topic for another day. But just know that withdrawal limits often mirror deposit limits. So, there you have it. A breakdown of deposit limits at Relay. Remember, the best way to get accurate information is to check your account or contact Relay customer support. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.